Hello, group. This is week 5, vlog 3, and I'm Danielle, and I get the privilege of talking about everyone's favorite topic, race and ethnicity. And for this vlog, as it has to do with identity development. So the first thing that I looked at was in the Evans book, and it was the racial identity model. And that model had 5 stages: conformity, dissonance, resistance and immersion, introspection, and then synergistic articulation and awareness. And as you all read that, I kind of feel like that model kind of set the stage for all of the other racial identity models that were in chapter 14. I mean, if you kind of look at all of them, they go through this process of um, conforming to the dominant American culture, which is white culture, um, kind of finding an experience or experiencing a life that's different than what you thought it would be because of your race or ethnicity, um, then resistance from the dominant culture and immersion into your own culture, whatever that may be, and then working on finding a balance, and then finally the last stage, which is accepting yourself as you are, and not only that, but also being able to appreciate contributions of other groups. So after reading about the racial identity model, I kind of dove into some of the individual models for different races. And after reading them, I thought to myself, I feel like I need like flashcards of these models sitting somewhere on my desks. They're not the end all be all, obviously, but they are pretty, I don't want to say accurate, but I feel like I could see different people fitting into the model and lots of people fitting into the different models, um, especially myself as far as the Black identity development model was concerned. I didn't think I would fit in anywhere in it because I know, like, personally, I am one of those people, and you'll see it in the model, who don't necessarily see myself as um, what's the word? I don't have I have low salience when it comes to my racial identity. So I didn't know where exactly I would fit into that model, but I was reading through it and I was like, oh, that's where I fit. Um, so that was kind of fun to go through, and I recommend that you guys kind of walk yourselves through yours if you feel a little curious. But I also really enjoyed reading about the psychosocial or identity development of Asian American students, specifically the Kadama. I hope I'm saying that right. The Kadama article, because she, on the other hand, is critiquing Chickering's vectors, where I know personally I kind of liked his model and the way that he thinks and the way that he kind of describes identity development for young adults. But she, on the other hand, she critiques it and says that it doesn't really reflect the development of Asian American students. She says that it's the way, or I'm sorry, that the way that Asian American students negotiate their ways through vectors is not the same, nor does it fit well with Chickering's proposal. So she created her own model, which is what a lot of these people seem to be doing, and I guess they're good at it, uh, based on the ideas that Asian Americans are influenced by Western values and racism from U.S. society, and also Asian values from family community, which are almost polar opposites. And so she said that this can influence, but it can also constrain development. So as far as like a student affairs professional, she gives a lot of really good ideas for how we as professionals can help those students kind of guide themselves and help to kind of support them in their identity development. But in thinking about that, that kind of leads me to my questions. Question one: In your field, how would you go about helping a student struggling with identity find a balance between their cultural heritage and the dominant American culture? Or do you think that's necessary at all? Question 2. If you would, go back in your Evans book and reread the fifth stage of the racial identity model. My immediate thought about this stage was that not many people actually reach it. Do you agree or disagree? And what do you think that is? Happy hunting!